At some time ago in the Pleistocene age, that is before the invention of the radial ply tire, the winner of the 1955 or so Best Actor Oscar was Ernest Borgnine, who later gained greater fame on McHale's Navy as Commander Quentin McHale, the World War II PT boat skipper of the USS, I can't remember the name, who married Ethel Merman. A word of explanation is necessary about Ethel. For many years, decades even, she was the biggest star in musical theater on Broadway. She was brassy, huge voice, volcano of a lady, and when a show opened and her name was above the title, people flocked to see her. The show might suck, but she was worth the price. Their marriage lasted something like 32 days before they separated and divorced. Funny thing, this writer is in the same PT boat now. This journal was begun to record the story of a long trek, an insane one, of a three-quarter-century-old man who wanted to walk most of the way anyway from Oregon to Illinois. To his credit or debit, he wanted to do this. The jury is still out on that and will be dismissed because there is sure to be a settlement in the case. He and Ernie and Ethelred realized in just a too short time that while it might not be impossible for him to accomplish the task, it was impossible for him to do it carrying a 50-pound backpack that had to be well-stocked with food and water, considering some sections of the trip might be dangerously scarce of those things. It was very much appeared that one day of serious walking might take 2 or 3 days of rest before another serious day could be spent, days in which he would have to make camp and use up those necessities while coming no closer to replenishing them. 1 in 3 or 4 days that involves walking does not forward the program much. In fact, really makes it impossible. The truth is that this old man was not anxious to die in this attempt. If he would have, as he hoped, slowly but steadily built up his wind and himself enough to carry that load, it certainly wasn't going to happen exercising one day and then taking 2 or 3 off. He was a foolish old man. Hopefully he never boasted, "I'm going to do this and screw all you doubters." Instead he said, "If I make it," understanding that accidents happen. Nature happens. Old men with no history of heart disease suddenly throw a rod or the timing chain breaks. No matter, he's as dead as Benjamin Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Or Ethel Merman, God bless her trumpet of a voice heard the stage-stacked Marshall lamps. What he could actually see it as far more likely as he was walking along facing traffic on the roadside, he would stumble and fall beneath said traffic. That was a really clear thought. Slightly less clear was that a distracted driver might wander out of lane and maybe make the same result out of it. So, was he stupid to try this? Yes. Did he grossly overestimate his body's resilience? Yes. Does he feel like a damned fool for pursuing this bad dream this far? Yes. Does he feel like a scorpion that has just been smashed with a corn-fed brick? Well, if that scorpion feels like oyster shit on a vegetarian cracker, yes. He's horrified at himself, humiliated, unwanting to face others. But more than those things, more painful as he now sees how old he is, how far his body has fallen. He's failed to see it before, and it has deteriorated more than he has admitted. But he doesn't want anyone's sympathy. He doesn't feel like he deserves it. He's just getting old. But no matter. Laugh at him if you want. He Fudcup. He feels like it, since he normally prides himself on keeping his word. And in this case, he deluded himself into thinking his mind was still boss of his body. I guess that's when youth ends, when the lesser partner in the relationship of mind over body switches to primary mode. Still hurts, though. So please, if you meet him, it'd be a great help if you didn't bring the subject up, right now anyway. He's got nothing to say that don't hurt. As for this diary, it will stay open, primitive as it is. When he gets home, he's going to try to keep it going. Daily cartoon if possible, and probably will be. Plus some amusing, insightful, likely not challenging text. Maybe short stories. Who knows? But he will strive to make it funny, at least. That's what a lot of the clinically depressed do to keep from thinking You know, if I could launch myself into space, all my troubles in the world would be ended. Especially if the rocket was made by modern-era Boeing.